What's up, everybody? Joshua Casper here with Plugin Boutique, and today we're checking out SphereDelay, a new delay unit by W.A Productions. And I have to say right off the bat that this SphereDelay is a truly creative delay unit that I've never really seen before. There's a lot of functionality wrapped into this little user interface, so let's just go ahead and check it out. Alright, so let's just run through this GUI and then really tweak it out on this drum loop to see what we can accomplish. So there are three main sections inside of the SphereDelay. There's this section, and then this section down here. And this is really about the filtering system of the delay line. We're going to get into that in a second. Here you can choose up to 4 different modes of delay lines. Here we have a mono delay. Here we have a stereo delay where you can tweak the left and the right sides differently. Here we've got the ping pong delay, and here we have actually a ping pong separated, so we have more control over those pings and those pongs. Now we can also sync to the BPM or have it at milliseconds at any time as well, and that's for each one of those 4 delay modes. Up here is the filtering system, and there are 3 different filter types. So you got low pass, band pass, and high pass, and then we've got our cutoff frequency, and this is essentially the resonance peak at the cutoff filter slope position. Alright, that's pretty straightforward, and that's just affecting the delay line. It's not affecting the original signal. That's all we're hearing right now because I have the wet turned up to 100%, but that's just something to keep in mind when you're actually using the device. Now we can also add a saturation, some really good warm saturation to those delay lines as well. Put it on low pass. So you can see that it really warms up the sound and even gets a bit of distortion after you start to crank it to the higher values. Now there's another couple of really cool features inside of the plugin, and that is the ability to use the envelope follower or the LFO follower for the frequency cutoff. So the more I tweak this up, the more this cutoff is going to follow the envelope of the sound itself. And that's the same thing with the LFO. We got the LFO range, or how large the LFO signal is. And obviously the frequency of the LFO is here. We can also sync that to BPM as well if we wanted to. And we have 3 different LFO types: sawtooth, sine, and square. So if that wasn't even enough, we have some really creative options down here at the bottom. First of all, we got that dry wet knob that we've used already, but we also have the ability to adjust the decay time from the LFO or from the envelope. So we can get some really interesting results if we start tweaking these out as well. The feedback knob is also right here as well. So let's just go ahead and tweak these out and see what kind of interesting results we can get. So you can see that we can get some really cool and interesting results once you start tweaking those parameters down here. And there's also a reverse. So I'm just gonna go ahead and choose from one of the 30 presets here. Let's just go ahead and choose Ping Pong Classic Tape and see what that sounds like. In fact, let's make it a little bit longer. So using that reverse is a really cool way to get some fills or add atmosphere into a drum loop. And obviously you can put this on any type of instrument and it's going to get some really cool results there as well. I highly suggest checking it out. There's going to be a link in the description of this video. Go ahead and download your demo version today. SphereDelay is not to be missed. W.A Productions. I'm Joshua Casper for Plugin Boutique. I hope you learned something. We'll see you next time.